One sits and he faces you with the back, you feel how painful that will be. But then, that one notwithstanding, is Burna Boy also right to have sacked this fan from the auditorium? Now, the story, let me read a little bit of it so you get a background and we move on with that. We're going to take this quick. But we want to ask a simple question: was he right or wrong? Based on the two preambles I've given you, the fact that as a performer, you need someone to cheer you on, and if the person is not doing it, was he also right to have sacked him? Now, the story says Burna Boy sacks fan from concert because his face isn't encouraging. And the story reads, Nigerian Afrofusion artist Burna Boy has done something that may go down in the history of music as one of the weirdest things to be done by an act. While performing at a recent concert in Atlanta, Burna Boy had to sack a fan from the auditorium because his face did not look encouraging. He asked how much the patron paid to the concert, paid him, and asked the security to escort him out of the place. Now he says, come, go home. Escort this guy out of this place now. This guy is annoying me. He then turned to another guy in the front saying, security, carry this guy, come out from my front. He can go back though. He can't stay in the front. I don't come here to play. So if you want to come and do a fashion show and stand and look at me, go to an FUCKING church. Your face is not encouraging me. Burna Boy. Someone is arguing he might be right. Oh, performing no beat na hona. Toy ana talk beer. Hey yeah.
Talks.
Talk. Listen to how it happened. Sticker, there was an F. I hope it has been done. Okay, let's go for it.
Because of you. Okay, excuse. Security, carry this guy come out from my front. You can get to the back though. You can't stay in the front. The front is strictly for my normal time brand here, but everyone that understands what I'm doing this for. Everyone that sees my soul, my sweat, my blood, my tears. That I put into this music and every performance. I do it just for you from the bottom of my heart. I don't come here to play. So if you want to come and do a fashion show, you want to start a look at me, put it first. You understand? So my brother, please, I know your face is not encouraging me.
Alright, so this is one of the biggest songs from the man Burna Boy, Killing Them. Now let's combine the local story as well. That is the one between Miss Vee and Lynx Entertainment. Let's read the two letters they put out so we can discuss this together briefly. And we have a lawyer who will be telling us what the guy can do. And I'm so happy it happened in America. Over there, they respect law, rule of law works, unlike some places. And this is the letter from Miss Vee. Let's listen to it carefully. And it reads, Lynx and Miss Vee mutual termination. The last 8 years have been an amazing journey, an absolutely significant stride in the discovery and evolution of my person and talent, none of which would have been possible without the extraordinary support of Lynx Entertainment, which stood as my record label and family. A little over a year ago, I took a sabbatical leave from active music, and there were a lot of rumors surrounding it. I have only taken a much-deserved break to re-energize, get in touch with self, and redefine my artistic expression in a way that allows me to give my best to my fans. Lynx Entertainment will always be a strong pillar in my career, and so it comes as no easy task to have to announce my departure from the label. Both parties have amicably consented with continuous support for each other to part ways moving forward. These 8 years with Lynx Entertainment has been absolutely delightful and a blessing, and I'm glad we still hold our relationship regardless of our decision to part ways. I am eternally grateful. In this regard, kindly note that all bookings and business enquiries should be thus communicated through my official channels. That is my official business email, the new management number, and my social media handles. A heartfelt thank you to Richie Mensah. You always be a big brother. To the entire management and my label mates, You have been amazing, and I couldn't have wished for a better foundation and launchpad for my career. Thank you. Signed by Team Miss V. Now let's listen to the letter written by Lynx Entertainment as well, with the same caption or headline: Lynx and Miss V mutual termination. And it reads: "We are aware that fans of Miss V and Lynx Entertainment have understandably had many questions about Miss V's year-long absence from the music scene. This has been due to the fact that after years on the road, Miss V needed some personal time. Over the course of the year, the two parties, Lynx Entertainment and Miss V, have had time to reflect, peruse, and review the work done over the past years. We wish to announce that after 8 years of a very successful working relationship, Lynx Entertainment and Miss V are parting ways. Lynx Entertainment is proud of the woman we have watched Miss V grow into, as her brand has soared from strength to strength. It is important to state that the two parties have separated amicably and will continue to support each other. We would like to thank Miss V for her hard work and dedication throughout the epic journey together. The Lynx family will continue to wish Miss V well as she heads into a new chapter of her life and will always support her in all endeavors. Thank you." This was also signed by Lynx Entertainment. First of all, they want us to believe there is nothing happening and that everything is okay, but everyone is going their separate ways. And it is not as if Miss V is stopping music entirely. She is still going to do music. So if you still want to do music, why are you leaving Lynx to another place? And again, a point says, there is another point I want to explain a little bit from Miss V's letter. And I said, Lynx Entertainment will always be a strong pillar, both parties, blah blah blah. A little over a year where I took a sabbatical leave, blah blah blah. And this one says the 8 years, all bookings and businesses. Okay, and she's telling us that this is the new thing, and that she wants to re-energize and all those things. So what does it mean? That Lynx was not doing something for her, maybe something like that. What do you think will be the future of Miss V when we come back? 2 in 1.
Xylophone FM.
To start this with the two performers among us, that is Dada Havko and Chief Charles. They are artists, so I'm sure their opinions will matter to us first. And when we get the lawyer's opinion too, we will add it. Havko, the two, you manage to make a crack. Now you have to beat me up on maximum 3 trivia.
Yes, I mean.
Burna Boy, Miss V.
Yeah, let me start with the Burna Boy one.
Good.
Yeah, as you said, if you are performing and you see the fans actually sitting down and not cheering you up, yeah, sometimes it will happen.
No, I know that.
Yes, but it does not give you the right to force somebody to cheer. You understand? If you're performing and somebody is sitting there, you feel like the body language is not encouraging you to perform. You need to come up with your best. You understand? You still have to come up with something that will ginger the person. There are some people who go to shows and to just go and sit down, not to go and cheer. There are people like that.
Even these days, the phones have even made it worse.
Exactly.
Someone can be on his phone from beginning of the show to the end.
Somebody can even get starstruck and just sit and watch what you are wearing, watch your movement, or not to be in that gay mood. There are people like that. So you have no right to tell somebody that baby out in the show body language your
face is not encouraging.
Your face is not encouraging, so get out. Nah, it's wrong. I mean, I'm expecting the lawyer to come and explain, but I am of the view that he will come and say that if the fan can take him on if he wants to, because you have no right to do that. Because when I come to your show, I know the reason why I am there, even though I'm coming to your show. But maybe I want to come and listen to the music. I want to come and watch your stagecraft. It is not everybody who will come and be throwing their hands in the air. Even when you're on stage and you ask people, raise your hands up, it's not everybody who is going to raise it up. Let's be on our feet. It's not everybody who is going to stand up. Come on, let's jump. It's not everybody who is going to jump. There are some people who come to shows to come and enjoy themselves by jumping, moving round. There are people like them. There are people who just come and sit and just observe, watch the atmosphere, what is actually happening. So he has no right. For me, when I saw the video, I was like, really,
Is it pride and arrogance?
maybe, but
the chimu ya need the bro so.
yeah, but one thing
Nigeria
that
funny one they do.
one thing that I've seen is that the Nigerians are so supportive that one way be route because I'm imagining if a Ghanaian act had done this and get a total shutdown.
I'm telling you.
Now we are arrogant. Now we are ahumasuo, be anymore and all those. But you see the Nigerians, because he's one of them, they were laughing.
They were happy.
Yeah, happy, glorifying him because they've seen him as the Tupac. They are Tupac. You know, they are bad boy who always, even when this South African issue came, look at the threats he was issuing on Twitter to AK and all. So I think that he was wrong. I don't subscribe to it. I won't glorify it. I don't think it was right for him to take his money from his pocket and give to the fan and say, go, leave the bed. I mean, the other one, he said you can go to the back door.
He said they should push him to the. Maybe his was not very
no,
bad.
but the point is, if I pay, imagine if the front only a VIP. I wasn't in I am the only
because
person.
you are not giving him vim. You are not giving him energy. You are slowing him down.
You see the vim, no? You need to come up with a vim. You see footballers when you go and play away, fans they boo you constant. But you know what you have to do? Score the goal. Let the fans know that.
Silence them.
Yes, silence them. Let the fans know that move boo me. I will score. You understand? When we played Nigeria 2008, when they score us first, your celebration no normally be your fans.
Yes.
We've silenced you. So it is up to you to get something out of the person. You know, go to the extreme. Because when you are performing, I mean, individually, performance we've been on stages where I want for 40 or months.
I just want to remember what we went to experience in Nigeria when we went for the men's and xylophone opening. Stonebwoy ni Shatawali mo ayi dem home perform obi di nachi.
Yes.
And they show but
Yes.
still
Yes, you have to. You need to get something out of the people because once the person is watching, like observing what you are doing and everything, you might kick the person to start feeling you and all. So for me, I think it was wrong.
Okay, now Miss V.
Now the Miss V issue. I think when you asked the question and said that if she's doing music, why is he stopping with Lynx? We call it growth.
I see. So now Miss V has grown above Lynx.
It's called growth because maybe the new team that she's going to work with is going to have her into it. Like it's going to be from her herself. Let's say maybe she is forming a label by herself. How about that? So Obina said your soul will be a Mao Johnson. Oh yeah, Pala. Uni a one or be you are there so much.
They are now directing us to whichever direction.
So it's growth. So for me, I think that she wants to go a different direction, and so she must be allowed to go. As a matter of fact, I want to congratulate her. Yes, people must learn how to leave their contracts amicably without any because
don't you think this is just for the gallery?
Because yes, and that is the best.
Okay, even if it is bad,
yes,
make it look good outside.
It's the best because when it always ends with that confusion, that is where the problem comes from. Because if tomorrow Richie comes to sit here and come and complain, you refer him. You people put out the presser, and all was good. So why are you here complaining? So even if it's bad, make it look good. Because we have too many stories of artists leaving labels. Mostly, somebody anyway So when the two parties come to an amicable solution and say that, because if you read the two, you realize that it may have even been typed by one person. What did I say?
Because there are some similarities.
Yes, it may have even been typed by one person to make sure that okay, this is good. This party will check the two. You're okay with it. Okay, now let's fly it. You understand? Just to make sure that nobody faults no one. If I'm working with Sammy and I'm not happy with the way I'm working with you, when I stop with you and we still have that bad blood between us, That is what is wrong. But when me and you, we have a problem, but we sit down and say, so now let's put a presser out there. Let them know, say, we don't work together again. So that the pressure goes. Me and you, we are still cool. That is what we must learn from this situation. That's why I say I want to congratulate her. Because irrespective of all the rumors that came about Wejai Jumaye, Wejai Nyumuye, and all those, no, they never responded. The only time they responded was this presser that shows that it has been terminated amicably, via any problem. A lot of people have raised issues about the fact that maybe Eugene Dems are taking the shine and Kitty Dems are taking the shine. Yes, you can't blame the label. Every label, they focus on who is bringing the money. That's the reason why they said the label. If you have a label and you have different art, that is why when you go to a certain label, one artist will be releasing every year, another artist does not. Aditya, because the focus is on who is bringing in the money. even as at Lynx, if you look at between Eugene and Kiddy, Eugene is the face of Lynx because he is seen more out there. He is projected more out there, and I feel like maybe it's a plan. Maybe we'll get to a point that they will rest Eugene a bit and start to put Kiddy also out there. Because there was a day that Kiddy went for an interview at Ohimawe Adam, and somebody called and said, Kiddy me pe wasem pa na de na mama wa me nya atena also sir. And Kiddy's response was like, Ohima me ba ha no obi so me. Obi answer me. I don't know, you understand? People have that perception. Maybe I don't believe say because of that it will be a Miss VA fee. Probably she wants to do her own thing.
And you also think it is good?
It's good, yes, because she has worked with them for 8 years. And if after 8 years and after a number of years when you be a man, now say won't to do something on your own now, you are probably being a failure. You understand? You need to move forward and also do things by yourself. At the end of the day, if Miss V Nankasa, she used to work with Lynx has given her a team to work with. Ebia now no Nankasa, choose the people she want to work with. She's been in this industry for long and knows people. She's connected. So she definitely knows what she's looking for and what she wants. So for me, I think it's a good move.
Thank you so much, Dada Havko, for starting this discussion for me. Now to speak on this matter, Burna Boy and Miss V.
Yeah, so Miss V first.
Good.
That's where Dada Havko left off. So let me spring on the own. Look, Sammy, nothing lasts forever.
That's true.
Nothing lasts forever. So when contract ends, it doesn't really surprise me. What it is that how did it end? Did it end amicably or they left bad blood? See, because when relationship ends, as it will always, or as it will always be, how it ends is the most significant and important thing. Did you leave doors open so that you can walk through them next time if you need any help or anything? Or you shut the doors, so that if you need anything next time you can't go back or you'll be and had your task to go back to the relationship. That's what's important. And in this case, it seems that there's a certain understanding, a mutual agreement that let's part ways. Obviously, if a relationship will come to an end or if anything will die, it is because something is unwell, something has gone wrong, or there's a certain condition that cannot be met anymore. That's why relationship parts or things don't go the way we want. But there is always the opportunity to manage people's expectation and do a PR. Because you don't necessarily always have to put out the bad things that led or the things that led to the eventual death or separation of the relationship. Sometimes those things they are not really necessary because we are humans and these things will always happen. There will always be issues here and there. But we both display a certain level of maturity when we are able to iron out and especially keep these things out of the public domain and be as civil and respectable as we can, as they have in this situation. That I have got touched on something that Miss V has grown. That could be true. That could not be true. But here's the way I see it in the current dispensation. I believe that music management or talent management and music marketing and so on and so forth has changed. The dynamics have changed so much so that indie labels are becoming more popular than industrial labels. That people are able to manage their career with their own team. So they would pick and choose a management that will largely try to build a career from an online perspective, so that most of their sales will be via online. People who can get them shows here and there, or they build their pedigree to an extent where show organizers would have them perform at their shows because they will pull crowd. So unlike before, now it seems relatively easier to manage your own and make something of your career, perhaps than a whole management as it used to be in the day. I believe we are seeing a lot of breakups. Yesterday or 3 days ago, there was this something Gage. What's the name? Darling Gage. With what's the name? Black Avenue. Kewa and his. So we are increasingly, and we will increasingly see these things. See, because perhaps at the signing level, there were lofty and grandiose promises made, written down finally on paper. We'll do A, B, C, D. We'll do blah 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 blah. Maybe the artist stayed there a year, 2, 3, and they are not seeing these things manifest. So naturally, they believe that, look, I have my gift, you have the managerial skills. I can put together people that can help me make the most of my gifts. If they feel that their progress is being inhibited in any way, shape, or form. So for me, it's a natural trajectory. It's a natural tendency that people would like to have control over what they do if they feel they're talented. And I mean, one of the most difficult people or institutions to manage are artists or talent people, creative people. They're one of the most difficult people to manage. It's a very difficult thing. And so a lot of the times, creative people end up managing themselves or finding a team that they will have a thumb on. So for me, it's a natural trajectory. To Burna Boy, so I mean, if you have been in that space before where the entire world hails you, people are ready to lick your feet. People would die to see you. People can do anything. Look at Michael Jackson. At the peak of his career, people wept when they saw him. They idolized him. They made him feel like a teen god. So I mean, these things can get into your head. You feel like, in fact, your body is of a different composition than the next human being. You feel so big. You feel you have control over anything and everybody. And at that point, sometimes you can act impulsively when you don't really think of the consequence. When you get to that level, as I believe Burna Boy is, where he feels that he's being adored by the entire world, and anybody who comes into contact with him must adore him and sing his praise. So I mean, you cannot appear at the court of the Asantehene and begin to behave anyhow. When you go, you must of necessity conform. Of necessity, you must pay obeisance. But Burna Boy has forgotten that he's not a monarch, he's not a king. You are an entertainer. For an entertainer, you must have a certain level of social capital or goodwill by the people, because that is what fosters your career. It is the love of the people, it is the patronage of the people that makes you the Burna Boy that you are. So I mean, this action has legal ramifications, obviously, and I'm sure when you speak to the lawyer, he will. I'm sure the guy can take him on for inhibiting or cutting short his entertainment, which he has legally paid for, even though you refunded.
His right to enjoy the show.
His right to enjoy the show, even though you may
exactly,
even you may have refunded the money, but Burna Boy didn't realize that the value of the money the guy paid to enter is no longer the value he refunded to him.
Yeah.
I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get it.
Well, the value he would gain, or what he would get, the happiness, for all you know, maybe
if he had wanted to keep his money, he wouldn't have
showed up. So the money, the refund is way less of a value than the actual money he paid.
Okay.
Do you understand? That's why he can sue and maybe gets compensation.
Okay.
Now,
are you condemning the act?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Now, Burna Boy, for this action, the story has just started. So I mean, in this day and age of social media, this thing can spiral into a certain boycott, perhaps of a show, if the guy decides to take this issue on.
How influential is he to push that agenda?
But that's what I'm saying. In this day and age of social media, you can always find a million people who support your ideas from all over the world.
Well, that is true.
You are not restricted to a geographical location. You can always find a million people who would support that. No, let's boycott Burna Boy's show for treating the fan the way he did, because you never know the next person he may do it to. You embarrass the guy. You tread upon his rights to enjoy the show, and you shamify him. So there are many angles to this thing. And like I'm saying, in this day and age, this thing could affect him really badly if the guy decides to take it on. So I mean, finally, there's this guy coming to town, Awilo Longomba, one of the biggest artists from the legends within the East African bloc. A couple of years ago, he suffered a serious setback. He never had shows because it was reported that he abused one of his dancers, slapped her or something.
On stage?
Yes, either on stage or at the rehearsal ground or something. It became a big issue. Many shows he had, I think, in France, and a lot of the shows, in fact, most of the shows were called off. And he took a big bashing, and a setback to his career. Sometimes when we are as artists, yes, like that I've alluded to, and I do agree that people's posture could deflate you when you get on stage. Somebody's posture, somebody's facial expression can deflate you, and it can kill your spirits. So yes, but also as an artist, and especially of Burna Boy and his pedigree, you might be able to develop that shock absorber, so that when such things come, you can quickly walk away from the scene, and if you like, don't even look at the person again, and go on. Or even if you do that, perhaps you speak to your security that you see this guy, blah blah blah, so and so. I don't like his attitude. I don't like his vibe. So get him off the place. They will find a way of getting him out of the place, and then you have no issue whatsoever. But that act is condemnable.
Okay, thank you so much, Chief Charles, for that contribution as well. Now, for your information, that lawyer is about to give us some education on what happened in USA. Lawyer Sosu Xavier will give us this education. Now, lawyer, good morning, if you can hear me, sir. Hello? Good morning to the management. And say, thank you so much for responding to our call. We hear you are very busy, so we'll make this very, very brief. Now, we've seen a video of a fan who went to a Burna Boy concert, and in the middle of his performance, he called out the fan, paid him back his money, and told him that his face is not encouraging. Because of that, security people should take him out of the concert, and really it happened. He gave the money to the fan, security people picked the guy out of the concert. Now, we want a legal advice here that can this fan take any legal action against Burna Boy and the promoters of the event?
Absolutely. Absolutely, he can take a legal action because that act of actually telling him in the presence of everybody that his face is not encouraging the show is very, very defamatory. And that can lower his image and lower him in the expectation of right thinking members of the community and those others who attended the show. Every show is a public event and a public function, and you don't have the right or the power to determine who comes in or who goes out, especially when you have advertised the show to the public and said that everybody can attend. So clearly what the artist did was completely out of order. It's unlawful, it's illegal, and it's a fan can demand some compensation for this lawlessness and this method acting.
So what it means is that if he can take any legal action, the action he's going to press charges on will be what? Defamation.
Well, he can go for defamation.
Oh, okay.
He definitely can go for defamation, yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Lawyer Sosu Xavier, for talking to us. I'm sure this is all we need. Yeah. All right. And you heard from a legal brain, Lawyer Sosu Xavier, on this one. So what it means is that the fan can sue. That is perfect. Okay, now take over. Say a lawyer so bit me court. Also bit me court. I could see promoters link.
The sense Chief Charles and they were Burna Boy. Some
Twaso.
Sammy, you see, there's one thing that I want all artists to get into their DNA, and that is we pay them to entertain us. We don't pay them to go and entertain together.
That's a powerful point.
Because I feel
Bohobian.
me say one thing I want the artist, all the artists, every performer, being it comedian or whoever, to get into their DNA is we pay them to entertain us. We don't pay them to come and laugh looking at their faces. So if you think I have paid to come to your show, so I should jump, you'll be making a big mistake. And at the end of the day, if you look at my appearance and refuse to satisfy the next man sitting by me by giving him that performance, then I believe your next event might either be a flop or nobody might even bill you for the next event. You see, you are supposed to tell me what I've come there to experience. I listen to your song every day. So if it's just about that your song, that's what they don't get. If it's just about that your record, I will stay home and play it over and over and jump. I'm there to watch something new. Maybe I'm even there to look at your face. Who is behind that beautiful song I love? So just by looking at you, I go like, oh my God. Everybody and how they express their feeling. Some people are so broke, they are in trouble. The moment they get money, they are crying. Yo, you're supposed to be happy.
Yeah, that's the tears of joy.
Some people, to the moment they hold the money, credit to me, no, I started.
I've seen a video of a guy who got the best of weed. He smoked the first one, the second one, and he was crying, and he went on.
You understand?
And there was a guy too. That guy, in fact, he was an addicted masturbator. One day, oh yes, the time no see, I was like, oh heba obo.
So, as an artist, your main aim at the night of an event
Is to entertain them.
is to give your audience something they've never seen of you. But once giving them that, the expression comes in different ways. Some are astonished, so they go like, wow. Some go like, Charlie, this is the guy, this is the guy behind the song. I can't believe I'm watching this guy. And like, you know, some people can't even talk. Others forget it. They just enjoy being in the crowd and cheering and enjoying everything. So whether the thing's sweet or you know sweet, that is why there are some people there. Even when artists are off stage and there's nobody on stage, waiting for MC to come alone, it's another thing altogether. Yeah. There are different kinds of people. So just by looking at a fan who has spent his hard-earned money to pay for you to come and entertain him, and he felt that at the point where you are, he has not been entertained enough and is waiting for more to gear up, whether to cry or to laugh or still be surprised and be watching you. On what grounds do you think that if somebody doesn't laugh at your joke, the person has a problem? No, your joke is not funny to him.
To Miss V, I beg you.
So I think we should watch that and make sure we give our audience more than what they expected. Because if it had been just the song alone, they would sit home, enjoy with their friends, go to some pubs, enjoy at the grounds. But coming there means that it goes beyond just the song, and you, the personality, has become part of them. So just respect them.
Okay.
Secondly, on Miss V, Sammy, you know record labels, yeah? Sometimes people downplay record labels. But there are two sides to it. most of the time people do things for artists not because of your need, or not because you are a fine boy, or not because you sing the best of songs. Mostly it's just because of the people around you. So if you have the right people around you who have the right rapport with the right people, because you have that people who have built a relationship with your overlords. So they are doing this because they have a connection. Charlie, me my song, it be banger, it be banger. Let that person leave you and see what happens. So anytime we should respect not only the record labels, we should give respect to anybody who back our music career to make sure that wherever we are, things are moving and things are going right, and they are getting that respect that they deserve. It shouldn't be about me. It should be about the team and the people that work hard behind the scenes in making sure, say, that record, that song is all over the place. I would first of all would want to say congratulations to Lynx Entertainment. Over the years, they've been amazing. They've made sure that every single person that they laid hands on turned into something else. But a honeychi mudena bano, I am too good. Everything I bring in the far. Somebody is doing a dirty job. So getting ready to leave the people that does the dirty job. You should be ready to get another set of people that does the dirty job, because our industry has moved beyond the so-called when you're big, when they say, it has gotten to a point where he or she who does the right moves get the right response. So first of all, I'm glad that they have both parted on a very cool manner, because this also gives Lynx that, Godfather kind of thing, that anywhere Miss V is at any moment, they are willing to throw their weight behind her, support her, advise her, and even if possible, sit her down with her team to say that this and this and this and this and this is what Miss V is made of after 8 years of, dealing with her. So I believe if you guys want to deal with her, these are the first things you should look out for her as a person. Overlook these things, hit on these things, build on that, and you guys are going to be a best team. So I think it's a great thing, it's a great feeling. We look forward to be seeing Miss V, because I saw him then. Apparently they were just trying to sort their own issues and come out clean to make sure that all the brands still have the respect that they command in the system. All the best. You should come out with the best team, churn out the best songs, and still, because a man or as more yasa, and we need more of such females to overtake the industry.
Thank you so much. We're your team from Drumline Studio, as well as Create Concept. Miss V, so no Shrubia. Party according to Miss V. Now, let me come to you, Officer.
Chairman.
Burna Boy, Miss V.
First of all, I would want to remind people that on the 9th of November, Paimuka concert is coming on.
Oh, now bear in mind, young.
Yes.
I'm a bizarre question. Talk about Miss V and Burna Boy.
Brass, I would go with Burna Boy first. Miss V, they parted ways, so she has to just work on herself and her team. Just as Othing and then Chief Charles and Crew said. Brass, you see in the States, I haven't been there, but I hear people can travel from one state to the other for concerts. So maybe someone travel all the way from the north.
And one so. And this one shot, ultimate fat plane, crossing me by 4 hours.
Can you imagine?
From one state to the other. Plane.
So let's imagine this guy, Burna Boy, has said has sacked off his show. Probably has traveled, let's say, even 3 hours from wherever he is, just to come and then witness that occasion, and you sack him. Don't you think that, yes, you've paid the ticket, but did you pay for his transportation from that place in and out?
No.
So don't you think that you have done something very, very, very bad that he can take you on?
The lawyer has confirmed.
You understand? You see, just as Othing said, sometimes these artists, when you give them that big channel now, then like their head gets swollen and they feel like you know, they have to do whatever they want to do, or they can do whatever they want to do and nobody can question them. This guy, I would personally urge that he should take Burna Boy on and he should pay for whatever debt that has cost him. Because I don't think that boy, I don't think he even say, I don't mean personally, I think he doesn't
live in the
he doesn't live in that, yes,
Atlanta.
Yes, because these people, they travel a lot just to see their colleague, especially
they are ready to spend on entertainment, unlike us.
Yes, and so he should take the legal actions on. It's adding, but just as the lawyer said, this harassment he gave him on that stage is something I won't bear. Maybe if there's anything, I have to take him on and then let the law take place.
Okay.
If it is 10 times of whatever I've spent, I have to get it back.
Okay. Okay. Now, Simabriu Fashion Business Faculty is also calling you of those who are getting more education on fashion. Brah! Nail it, na yempon.
No, this one.
And yen called the new boy, yes, was in you. And no matter,
the two issues are not issues that needs a lot of talking. I mean, it's straightforward. What Burna Boy did, I'm not in support of it. This guy paid to come to witness a full event. So, and he wasn't posing any harm to you. So how do you curtail his enjoyment? If he was posing harm to you, which you can prove, which people can see, then you have every right to ask your security folks to throw him out of the place. But the guy wasn't there posing any threats. He was enjoying himself in his own way. So if you felt he wasn't enjoying himself the way you think he should, he paid to come. So he decides how to enjoy you anyways. So you didn't have any right to throw him out and say his face is not encouraging. I mean,
well, that it kills spirit.
No, but
if you're a performer.
Honestly speaking, it's your face, but I also have a way I react to your face. So if it says your face is not encouraging, fair enough. But asking him to be thrown out, that's where the problem is. And so yes, I'm not in support of it. The guy can press charges if he wants. But he later called him on stage. That's one thing that people are not saying. And I've seen both videos where the guy came back on stage and was vibing with him. They danced over and over.
He called him on stage to do what?
The guy came back on stage to jam with him. That video too is there. Yes. So go on.
Then I've not seen that one yet.
Yes, it's there. It's people are just pushing where he was at, but it's actually
of course that is people.
It's actually two videos. So the guy was back on stage to vibe with him, and they were dancing here and there. So yes, that's that way. With Miss V, I think I like how they parted. It's beautiful. It's well done, formally done, and it keeps everything at bay. Whether or not they have their own private issues, yes, that could be. I mean, once there's a termination, there could be one or two reasons that are personal to them. But what they have to do officially, they have done. What they have to do corporately, they've done. And it looks beautiful. I like it. They can only wish her well. We can only wish her well too. You know, she could only wish the label well. And she's done that. People resign from job even when they've been asked to resign, like forced to resign or given the option, you either resign or you get fired. When they write the resignation letter, it comes out beautiful. You know, I'm happy for the opportunity granted me, I'd always blah blah blah. And when the company is sacking you too, they tell you, oh, we wish you all the best in your, you know, future endeavors. We're always there for you as a family. All those, you know, coming in. Allow her to be what she wants to be. If it's growth, fair enough. If she wants to move on to a new management, fair enough. People must move forward at a point in time. 8 years being with Lynx Entertainment is no joke. Charlie, people have been with record labels for 2 months, 3 months. You call them, you ask them, say, oh, the people, they don't do anything, give me and move on. Some even end the contract without knowing the contract is ended or not.
Some of them will end it on radio.
Good. Label doesn't know if the contract is gone. Artists don't also know if the contract is gone. We've had people come here saying, they're going, hey, the black, the Mogo had his artist leave when he didn't even know the artist was gone. Whether the contract was still alive or not, he didn't know, but he was sure to chase his money. But if these people have been very formal, I think kudos to Lynx Entertainment. They've done the honorable thing. No matter what differences they have that we do not know, we don't want to know. What we care about, they've done, and it's beautiful.
Thank you so much to all my panel members, Arnold Mason, Levanyo, Chief Charles that I have co-obtained, and Gabriel from GH Casa. Now, when I come back, I'm going to have a one-on-one talk with Gray of Mobile Boys, yeah? And maybe our mobile has NBC. The last time Mobile Boys came to the studio, something happened. And those who have genuine memories of what happened, I'm sure we would have to refresh ourselves. Now, you who say, Gray, Nini, Gray. I said, Mama, one transit, I may take you. Now,